Hey lovely people, how are you? It's Libby coming in from down under in New Zealand where the weather is a bit grey. I'm an knitwear designer based in New Zealand. I design patterns under the label Truly Myrtle. The label, it's like my other name, Mrs. Myrtle. I have a Mr. Myrtle. And I also run the online, it's like a school. It's sort of like a school, only it's not school, so don't panic. It's like an online program. It is an online program, Wardrobe Toolbox. And there you learn how to adjust patterns and figure out what you want to wear and learn about yarn and feel inspired and join a wonderful community and be part of everything knitting for yourself to make clothes for you, for your wardrobe. Hi Kim, how are you? It's a lovely chance to chat to you on this podcast because I'm streaming out live onto YouTube and on Facebook. Just like usual for the people, thanks Kim, just like usual, the people on YouTube, I can see your name. But the people on Facebook, you're going to have to tell me who you are, except Sabrina, I always know it's you. So just when you put your comment on Facebook, unless you're prepared to push the button and let Facebook know everything about you, which you probably aren't, just put your little name, or your long name after your comment, and then I'll know it's you. Let me have a little cough. Good morning, Tanya. It's very grey, autumny already. I quite like it. I quite like it, actually. I'm expecting a little flush of summer, perhaps as we go into later in March. I'm thinking we might have a flush, like the last of the summer wine. Do you remember that? But so far, I'm enjoying the slightly cooler temperatures, I have to say, because I have been particularly hot this winter, summer. I've been particularly hot, and you know how it goes. And I'm sure lots of you have had this too. So I'm quite keen for it to cool down and then I will feel a little bit cooler. But I have been making a really, really dedicated effort to walk every day. And I've just ordered a little raincoat so that I can go even when it's teeming down. I just feel so much better when I walk every day. I sleep better, I feel better. So that's helping me. It's a warm day in Sydney, Beck. And you've got a warm day. It's been getting a little bit sort of muggy here, but generally it's a bit cooler, which is good. Good morning, Facebook user. You have to pop your name so I know who you are. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, you hope so. Yeah, just a little flush. Just a little flush would be good, but not too much heat. Morning all. Not liking the cooler morning, says Bernadette. You see, Bernadette, you're a little bit further down the country to me, so your mornings probably are cooler than mine. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? A great day in Napier, says Tamsin, enjoying the cooler mornings. I hear you, Tamsin. I hear you. Ruth just got back from her walk. Excellent, Ruth. Oh, yay. I feel so good. And yes, Maureen has also gone for a walk. It was cold at 6 o'clock for her walk today. Maureen, so I don't have street lights that illuminate our road. No, we have power lines, but no street lights, and there's no footpath. So at 6 o'clock, it's still dark at 6 o'clock, isn't it? I go a little bit later when the sun comes up, and that gets to be a little bit of a, is it a good time to go? Am I going to get hit by a car, or is it a good time to go? I have that dilemma. Hi, Fiona. You've not been live with me on YouTube before. Oh, it's nice to see you, Fiona, with this lovely evening from the UK, and you will be blooming. And spring will be hitting and the blossoms will be out and it will start to feel a little bit lighter at your end of the world. I love that feeling over there. It's a little bit chilly in Kaiwaka this morning. Hi, Alyssa. Good morning. It's lovely, cool morning in Palmerston North. And she's just been for a 30-minute walk. Look at this. How about us, eh? Sit all day and knit or work or whatever, but at least we're getting a walk in. That's excellent. I am all for the walks. 8 degrees in rural South Auckland. Rural, well, that's where I am. Is it only 8 degrees? Well, I tell you, it feels a little bit warmer than that, but I'm just my thermostat is permanently up. Helen said it's warm in North Canterbury. Amanda and I are together to watch. Neat. I'm so looking forward to meeting you, Helen, when I come down. And it's only a month away, so that'll be so much fun to see you. I'm dying to see all your yarn spread out so I can actually buy some. That'll be really good. I've got a little bit here, but I'm dying to get some more. Helen and Vince have the Dye House Dreamfire, so you can check them out. I've got some beautiful colours from them, but Helen, I want to come and have a little look at your I think it's Bambino is the one that Amanda goes on and on about, so I want to see some of that in the flesh too. Good morning, Fiona from a cold Northland. And it's a wee bit chilly in Kaiwaka, says Jean. It's chilly and foggy this morning, says Fiona. Look, it takes a while, doesn't it, in the UK, just to really get those gears cranking. But it definitely is worth it. Hey, Terry, good morning to you. Oh, Maureen said she had the phone light on and walked in the middle of the road when I came up against the dark spots on the footpaths. That's a good idea. I'm a coward. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, an early morning walking partner. I know, because sometimes you hear a car slowing down and it's actually going to turn into a driveway and you think, what's that car slowing down behind me for? I don't like that feeling. Oh, it was when you went for your walk this morning at 6:30, only 8 degrees. But that's quite nice because then you don't sweat so much. It's just lovely and cool on your body. I have to wear like a full-on little... I can't wear a t-shirt because I have to yank my sleeves up. But I'm just about down the driveway already. I'm like, whoa, I'm having to yank up my sleeves. So crazy. Good morning from a cool Kim Bolton. Claire, nice to see you. Hi, another Facebook user. Pop your name at the end of your comment if you want me to know who it is. Oh, and that's right. Ruth made her Alex sweater with Bambino. Excellent. So Amanda says that Helen will have some for me. Yay. I look forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to coming down. I might be up and down a little bit in the next couple of weeks. You're going to have to bear with me with my podcast because one of my kids needs to have an operation and I'm going to have to zoom down and then zoom back and then I'll be going down. So if I have a day where I don't have a podcast, it's because they've told us that the date is there. So I just thought I'd let you know. It could be next week. Hopefully it's next week. Otherwise it might be the week after, but I'm not going to try and podcast from a hospital or anything like that. So we'll just take it as it comes. So just be aware. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Well, be aware that's where I might be. But then I'll be back again in April. Tanya also needs an early walking partner. I love walking as the day dawns. Yeah, something lovely about that, isn't there? Ruth said Ruth's been wearing her tabard this week. It's been chilly. Well, I'm in my Seisha top today. It feels about right. I wonder how long I'll last because it's kind of light now and I had a nice cool shower, so I'm feeling kind of cool. But I'll see how long that lasts for me. I might be back in a t-shirt. And Karen says, I love your earrings. Yeah, Karen, I got these from a New Zealand jeweler. Winter. Something Winter was the name. I got them a while ago. I absolutely love them. They're pieces of stone. And I've got a couple of her earrings and a necklace. And Winter. I feel like it's winter. Something about winter. So if you can find it, I'll remember it once I see it. Oh, good. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Terry. It's not great, is it, when your kids aren't well? You just think, oh, for goodness sake. It's a bit of a worry. So I need to get down there as soon as I know when action is about to happen. Okay, so I have got a new pattern to talk to you about today. Now, some of you wardrobe toolbox people, I've got this frog. Listen, I'll just get rid of the frog. I haven't done a heck of a lot of talking yet this morning. It's always the way. You sort of say, goodbye, kids. That's about it. Do some hair and then say goodbye. And then I'm out here. I have got a new pattern for you. Wardrobe toolbox people, you will have already seen her. You already have her in your library. For those of you who are around for season 6, you automatically have access to her, or seasons prior to that. Anyone that's joined after season 6, you can grab her. She's always on a discount for you inside Wardrobe Toolbox. And so this is the best price you will get her inside Wardrobe Toolbox. So there she is there. Her name is Maeve. I am going to show her to you. I didn't put her on today. I'm just so hot to put her on. But look, she is an absolutely gorgeous winter jumper. I was so pleased with her. She was one of those really cozy, slightly longer. You know how we sometimes just want something that's just a little bit longer that goes down over our hips and sort of starts to cover our bum? That's this one. And I was so pleased with her. And then one of my daughters nicked her off me last winter. And she pretty much wore her all winter. And I got to wear her a little bit, but not so much. So this winter, she's mine. I've got her back. And I think that particular daughter should knit herself one, really. She should knit one for herself. This one is mine. But so to start with, what should I start with telling you about first? The yarn. I'll tell you about the yarn first. So it's she uses a woolen spun tweedy yarn. I knitted her reverse stockinette, so you get lots and lots of texture with this yarn. I use this one, which is Kelly & Co. It is authentic Irish tweed, which appeals to me because you remember I'm quite a lot Irish, so that one appeals to me. It's a skeins yarn that they had spun in Ireland, and they have a bunch of different colours. So I used this one, which is a hern, for the body. It's such a pretty pink, but because it's tweedy, it has everything from coral to burgundy to mint, to everything through it. It's absolutely beautiful tweed. It's quite boingy kind of tweed, and I mixed it with this one, which I can tell you the name in a second, which is like a fog colour. And so that's the inside of my pockets. You don't need a heck of a lot of that. You could just use something out of your stash. She's a DK. She's really kind of a worsted. She knits up like a worsted, but she's like a really plump DK worsted. Now, some people say that this is actually a great sub, and I think it probably is. Hopefully I haven't frozen. I'll just keep talking. That she's a great sub for Brooklyn Tweed shelter. And she is. She's a great sub, but she's a little bit different. She's got a lot less yardage per 100 grams in her, and that's because she's a little bit denser. She just feels a little bit denser to me when you knit her up. But so she's a slightly heavier. This is a slightly heavier garment to my serpentine, which was knitted with the Brooklyn Tweed shelter. That one's quite a lot loftier in area. So they're similar in that they're woolen spun, and I think they're absolutely interchangeable. If you have a good stash of shelter, it would be interchangeable with this. You'd get a similar look, but I'd just maybe grab a little bit more. Oh, you probably don't need quite as much of the shelter because you get good yardage on it. So that's just how it would go. So that's the yarn I used. Now, excitingly for you, let me have another sip of my tea. I hope I haven't frozen. Let me know if I've frozen. Oh, people are saying, what happened? It could be me. My internet's been playing up a little bit lately, so I'll just double check with Mr. Myrtle. I'll see if I'm frozen. Let me know if you can see me. I seem to be frozen. Okay. You'll have to watch this on a replay. Oh, you've made in Flux, Kelly & Co. Oh, you can see me, Bex. Great. You made Flux and Kelly & Co. and you love it. Yes, exactly. So Flux was another one. Flux I used the Canadian dyer, whose name escapes me at the moment. But that was also a lovely woolen spun. Oh, good, it's frozen. He's going to come running out. I say, nope, don't worry. My little tech guy. That one it's also a lovely tweedy woolen spun. So this would be a great substitute for Flux as well. That's that beautiful shawl I've got that has the buttons and all the texture, the ripples on it, and you kind of button her up and feel pretty stylish in that one. So that is Kelly & Co. Now the good news is that it's not going to be on sale from this weekend. The Skeins Epic Sale starts on Saturday, which New Zealand time. They will post all over the world. They have great shipping rates compared to anything I could get. And the sale starts Saturday. It's called their Epic Sale, and it is epic. So Kelly & Co. will be on sale from Saturday. So just go and have a little look. If you're thinking of using this yarn, go and have a little look. See, my mum actually said to me yesterday, she said, you always say little look. I had no idea I said little look. Go and have a look. She said you should have a long look, a good look. Go and have a good look at the Skeins website. There are a bunch of colours. Find one that suits you. I loved this pink. I just thought this was so pretty, this pink. It just felt nice, and that sort of icy colour for winter, and it's sort of a pretty lift for winter. So I loved the pink. But there are a bunch of lovely, lovely colours there. So find one that you like and just make a note of it, because when the sale starts, it's all on. It's all on. So you'll want to grab it. I don't know if you can be cart jacked there. You might be able to be, but you just want to be ready. Buy. I mean, you can make a bunch of orders. You could buy one thing at a time rather than going, oh, now I'll go and have a look at the vintage, and oh, now I'll go and have a look at this. You just buy what you need. You can always buy another one. And I don't know if they'll combine orders or not, but anyway, That will be for sale. The other yarn that is going to be absolutely lovely for Maeve is, of course, the Truly Myrtle DK. And I've got a ball of trust here to show you. This, I adore this colour. You will see a garment from me in this DK at some point. This is Trust, so it's one of the last 3 colours. Now, I have actually I've had a couple of people ask me in the last few days where my yarn is. I have actually sent all the stocks of yarn I had here back to Skeins for the epic sale. So you will find it there, and you can get all those great courier prices. It will be on sale. So you will be able to grab as much of this Truly Myrtle Southlander and the other Southlanders as you desire from this weekend. I think the sale lasts a good part of March, actually, from memory. It might just be, I can't remember. It's a while, the sale, but you'll be able to get the Southlander over there too. So don't go hunting around on my website, because it's not there. It's over on the Skeins website for the epic sale. And so everything is there. You can get all the colours there, and you'll be wanting the DK. So it's a nice one because it is on the Southlander base. It's a nice one if you want to just grab a ball of another colour in the Southlander range, any of the colours. They all work together, so it's a lovely opportunity to start picking and choosing from all of the different Southlander colours. So all the Truly Myrtle yarn would be there. This would be a great match for the Kelly & Co. So I look forward to seeing some of the ones you make. I think they'll both have a similar vibe to them. They'll both have slightly woolly texture to them. You'll get this lovely rich colour coming through. This one, because it's got the heathered background, the Truly Myrtle one has got that dark heathering, that it will just look beautiful knitted up in this reverse stockinette. And the Kelly & Co. obviously has all of these, I don't know if you can see them, but has all of these different colours popping through, so that just has an extra layer as well. So that is the yarn. I give all the yardage and everything in the pattern, so go and have a look at that. I've included both the yarn, the balls that you need of the Kelly & Co., which is a really similar yardage to the Southlander and the Truly Myrtle one, as well as the rest of the Southlander. And then if you want to sub the yarn, I've also got you a yardage for the entire amount. So if you want to do a sub, go to that number and then just check out how much you need in total of sort of a plump DK. And then just see what yardage you've got and whether you're hitting gauge, and then you can extrapolate from that. If you are worried about doing all of those things, then don't forget the Doors for Wardrobe Toolbox opens soon. And that's exactly the kind of thing we go over in there to help you out, so that if you're subbing in yarn, you have a better understanding of what the yarn is that you're going to sub in, how it's going to behave. Are you going to get what you actually want? Are you going to like it? And then just to match gauges, create a fabric you like, work out how much yarn you need. We've got all of that kind of stuff over there, and that's the sort of stuff we talk about. So, right, the next thing to tell you about is I'll tell you a little bit about her, how she's constructed. I think it's fairly self-evident from the garment. I start her at the top, and she's actually a yoke. So she has that lovely swoop to her through your yoke, and you knit her inside out. So you don't actually knit the reverse stocking stitch side. You actually just knit. You knit around and around and around. So you're knitting her inside out and doing your increases, and then you flip her around. So I'm pretty sure, you flip her around when you get to the hem and you're creating the pockets. So if you wanted to keep her, normal stockinette, you can. There's just a couple of things to be watching out for. When you pick up under the arms, just don't pick up purlwise, pick up knitwise, because I pick up purlwise so that you create a little seam. See how she's got a little seam under her arm now? This little faux seam. That will appear on the outside of your garment if you pick her up purlwise. So you want to pick her up knitwise there. The other thing is that your bands just need to be flipped. So rather than, you just want to do the opposite of the bands, or at least, just flip your band when you come to do the knitting, so that you end up, if you want to have this look on your band, rather than this look on your band, with more stock, with more purl, then you'll just need to flip. You just need to be just kind of thinking about it as you're going. How do I like it to look? You don't really have to decide in advance which way you're going to have it, except the band. Just make sure the band faces the way you want. And then when you get to the bottom, you'll be working the pockets, and we've actually got one of our lessons we did in Wardrobe Toolbox when this pattern was released, when Maeve was released, was how to create pockets. And I've got a bunch of different ideas for you about pockets, so there's a whole lesson in there about that. But when you do the pockets, you can do them as I've written, or you might do them other way. Now, quite a few people have knitted her just inside out and have ended up, let me show you a good one. So see if I can show you, have ended up with a garment that looks a bit like this, because I've ended up doing the lace inside out. And that would be lovely. Just remember when you're doing your pockets, where's my pockets? It's all back to front. You want that to be on the inside, not on the outside. So you just flip your pocket lining inside and then sew it down on the inside. So yeah, we've all of that stuff on how to do it. I've got lessons inside Wardrobe Toolbox for you if you want to head over there when the doors open. So she's rather lovely to knit. When you come down to the sleeves as well, you can decide, do you want your ribbing to look like this? Or do you want your ribbing to look like this? We can see my ends woven in there. Or they want them to look like this. So just have a think about that as you're going along. But yes, she is a yoke, and she just goes seamlessly into that lovely, lovely lace hem, which I just think is so pretty. And you can, of course, add length. She has just a slight A-line shaping to her. So she just has that nice little flow down your body. Now, if you want to make her A-line shaping more pronounced, of course, you just add more shaping down the body. There's actually also shaping in the band. So as long as you get to you could aim for another size in the pattern for that lace at the bottom. Just get to the stitch count that you need with your shaping down the body. And then at the hem, you can merge two sizes together and move to another size with that. What else did I say here? You don't need much yarn for the contrast. You only need about 100 meters. So you could just grab something from your stash if you have something in your stash. I've got a bunch of sizes. I haven't got my full 15 sizes because it starts to become more difficult when you are trying to fit in this rather large stitch repeat. So she's intended to be quite sloppy. That was my plan for her. You can decide whether you want to take that on or not. But she's intended to have a little bit of sloppiness to her. And so I have reduced the number of sizes to cope with that lace repeat at the bottom. I think I've got 7 sizes at the bottom. And I'm aiming for about, I think I said about 4 to 8 inches of positive ease. So a little bit sloppy. Yes, Callie & Co is going to be in the skein sale, Jean. That's absolutely right. So you can grab yourself a sweater lot there. I mean, I can't remember, was it about $20 a skein? 20? What was the price of the skein normally? I think it's in the region of $20 or $30 a skein. That's New Zealand dollars. And so it will be discounted. That is a really good price for a warm, big, sloppy jumper. Even when it's not discounted, that's actually not a bad price. And if you can get it cheaper, because they're 100 grams, these skeins. So you'll get it at a good sale. Okay, so I've got your sizing. There's a bunch of abbreviations. There's not actually a heck of a lot to know. I do German short rows, but I've given you some instructions to do those. The thing to remember about German short rows is you've got to lift the girl's dress to show both her legs and flip it over the back. It's a good way of remembering it. And then you have the 2 legs of the stitches showing. That's the little trick about German short rows to remember. You slip with the yarn in front, and then you lift it to the back when it's on your right needle so that you show her legs like a can-can dancer. And then we do a bunch of nice increases as we work down the body. So yeah, she's actually pretty simple coming off your needles. She's nice and simple. So Maeve is available. Now, for those of you who are on, she'll be available tomorrow. Tomorrow. And I'm going to have a sale on her for my mini mag subscribers. that will run for the weekend. So if you're not on my mini mag list already, you might want to be. Just go to trulymyrtle.com/minimag, MINIMAG, all one word, mini mag, and jump on my email list, and then you're the ones who get the special discounts. So I'll give you a discount code, and I'll give you all this information tomorrow so that you know you can. I include a page. I include this page in the email so you can see exactly what you need and the needles and the gauge and all that kind of stuff to go off and buy your yarn. And of course, if you buy the pattern, it will be downloaded instantly to you. You can also, the code will also apply to printed patterns. So if you are someone that loves a printed pattern, you can click that from my website, obviously not from Ravelry, but if you buy from my website, which you can buy from both with the code, then you can get an instant download to your phone or your device or whatever straight away. You'll get the PDF, but then I will post you the print. So that's another option for you if you want a printed version. So that everything will all be in you. You can use that discount code for all of that, the PDF alone or the printed version that comes with a PDF. So that's tomorrow. It's coming to you tomorrow. It's quite exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back in her. She's just so pretty. She's really, really pretty. There's just sometimes you feel like wearing something quite pretty. And this is exactly what she feels like. So you might want a more dramatic Maeve, but I just thought, I just like wearing this one because just the colour and the movement of it, and then just that lovely lace at the bottom with those little cables. Actually, not really cables because they're just increases and decreases, but they're wavy. The wavy lace is rather nice. I can see my daughter's hair actually is on it in one of the pills. That's nice. So I'm not going to give that back to her. I'm sure she'll try and pinch it. That's one I want to keep. All right, everybody. So that is that. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you can just throw them into the Hangout, the Truly Myrtle Hangout. We'll be doing a knit along for Maeve. So come and join us for the knit along. That will be kicking off. I think we actually might be doing, I have to remember now, I decided with Morgan, we had a conversation about this. We might be going to do a knit along for any jumper, any sweater starting soon. So just get your eyes peeled in the Hangout, and Morgan will let us know exactly what we're doing and how you can join in. Barbara says, I love my Maeve. Knitted her with Malabrigo. Oh, like soft as kittens, Barbara. It'd be so nice. You kept the body in reverse stocking stitch and switched the hem detail. Oh, so that's a nice idea, actually. So she did have this for the body and that beautifully soft Malabrigo yarn with all of the interesting kettle dye colours coming through. And then for the lace at the bottom, she actually used that side. So that was that against the stockinette, which would look really, really nice because you can see there's a lot of stockinette in here. So the flow would be nice into the garment. I did it that way around. So it was more like a ribbing, just to mimic that ribbing at the side here. So, can you see that? I'll show you again because I don't think you saw that. So there's a little bit of ribbing at the side between your fronts and your backs. Oh, try and get it in the right place. There is the ribbing at the side. So that's your front and your back is separated into halves. And then you could actually play quite a lot with that. If you wanted to extend your lace, this is where you can play with it at the side here. There's quite a lot of room in there to do increases. There's quite a lot of room in there if you want to add another band of ribbing. Or you could just take the easy route and just go straight to another size in the pattern. Just grab, if you're at the low to medium end of the sizes, that is easy for you to just reach into a size a bit higher. If you're already in one of the higher sizes, then you might want to play around with adding another whole repeat of lace or playing with this ribbing at the side. But like I said, all of that stuff is what we talk about at Wardrobe Toolbox. So here's Morgan. Yes, that's right. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Yes, I thought we might have said that. Any Truly Myrtle DK jumper. So that's a little bit of a limitation on you because we've said DK. I know some of you love knitting sport weight and fingering jumpers, but we're going to do DK jumpers this time. So any DK jumper for the cowl of a Truly Myrtle pattern starts on Monday. You're going to gather your tools, you're going to shop for wool, and you're going to talk about what wool to use, etc. So it will be a really fun knit along where we just walk through step by step, and you'll learn something along the way, and you'll just have other people to do it with, and it's always fun to do things together. So hopefully I'll be back and I'll see you next Thursday. I may be here, I may not be here. If I'm not here, then I keep an eye on my mini mag, because the doors to Wardrobe Toolbox open the following Monday the 18th. Circle your calendars. Monday the 18th. I was going to sit down and tell you all about Wardrobe Toolbox next week. I will do that at the very next podcast I can. Okay, so if you have any questions, head over to the Wardrobe Toolbox page at wardrobetoolbox.com. There is a lot of information in there about what to expect inside. And yes, that's true, Amanda, and I'm nearly about ready to do that. And so there's a lot of information about what to expect inside, and I'm just getting everything ready so that when the doors fling open, you can grab your spot, and you'll get a chance to either buy a month-by-month subscription, or you'll be able to buy the whole season, which is 6 months. And that comes at a discount. You get a better price if you do it that way. Remember, I have to make this very clear every time. Remember, it's like Netflix. It's a subscription. So when you're in, you're in. And when you're out, you're out. So you're not buying all the material to keep forever. Now you can, when you're in there, you can download all the stuff you can download. You could download all the patterns that you've got. Some of them you'll get free. Other ones you might have to buy if you join later. But remember, they're always on a really good price. You can download all the handouts, all the tools. You could watch all the videos that you want to watch. You can't download the videos, but you can download all the materials. My handouts are pretty good, and so you can start collecting things on topics that you need to refer back to. But while you're in Wardrobe Toolbox, you get access to everything that's there. It's like a smorgasbord. We have all our get-togethers just about every week. There's something new every week. And 3 weeks or 4 weeks out of the month, depending if it's a 4 or 5 week month, we have live videos just like this, and we have a chat, and I answer your questions, and we talk about specific things, and we have guests that come. So there's always something fun happening, and you just join in what you want and leave the rest. There's a lot. You get a lot for the price. So don't expect to absorb it all, because the intention is you'll have a smorgasbord to choose from. And you're not expected to keep up. So when you have a question, that you can go back and have a look on the website and ask questions, and we can point you to the right place to find information and talk you through the problem that you've got. But you're not expected to memorize everything and to just get it straight off, and you're not expected to watch everything or do everything. Now, some people do a lot, and that's fantastic, but not everybody can. And so I expect that. I just expect to try and cater to different levels of engagement and different levels of skill. So I try and be flexible with that inside. So the doors will open not this coming Monday, but the following Monday on the 18th, and they will stay open for 10 days, and then they will close. And they'll close on the 28th, and then that's it. That's the last chance you can get in until September. So if you want to join us for the new patterns, for the new lessons, just to have the general camaraderie that we have, it is such a lovely, lovely group. And people have really started to get to know each other so well over the years. Across the oceans, they have become friends. So if you want to join us, that is the time to join us for those 10 days. You can leave at any time you like. And I think that's about all I needed to say. I think it is. It might be. So go and have a little look on the Wardrobe Toolbox website if you want to know more specifics. You could also ask in the Hangout if you have any questions, because there's lots of the lounge members the Wardrobe Toolbox members in there. We actually have our own group for Wardrobe Toolbox, and it's a little bit freer, a little bit loose and free over there. You can talk about any knitting you're doing, and all sorts of making and sewing and weaving and spinning and all of everything. So you don't have to talk about truly metal patterns and truly metal things. It's a free-for-all over there, which is really fun. But there's a lot of those people in the Hangout too. But what about the quiz we've been doing at the end, says someone. I'm kidding. There's no quiz. There's no quiz. We do have a lot of fun and learn lots. Yeah, we do. People have said, the thing I hear the very most, the thing I hear is, a variety of ways of saying, I didn't think I could do it, and I've made something and I love it. That is basically what I hear in a variety of different ways. Like, I didn't have the confidence to try it, or wow, this is amazing, it actually worked, or I absolutely love this and I can't take it off, or I've ripped that one out because it didn't work, and guess what? I made it again and now it fits me. That is, those things, that sort of genre of things to say is exactly what I hear all the time. It gives me so much pleasure to think, or satisfaction as well, to think that you're getting that out of it. And I learn with you, which is also fun, so I can take us off into interesting directions. Tanya said, I went to buy your yarn for gingerbread bliss if I just use the yardage for gingerbread. Well, the thing about gingerbread bliss is it's a sport weight. So you probably want somewhere, depending on the size you want to knit, Tanya, you probably want somewhere between 3 balls, that would be a very small size, 4 to 5 balls for those middle sizes, and 6, 7, or 8 balls if you're right at the top end. So it's a sport weight, so you'll need a little bit less. Now, what else have I done in the sport weight? Hebe I did in the sport weight. So have a little look at the yardage I used for that, and you're probably on the similar sort of track. Find a size that would roughly fit you and go for that. But it'll be somewhere between, it's unlikely that it'll be 3. It'll probably be more likely to be 4, 5, 6, 7 balls, that sort of range. That's what I'm anticipating for that one. I think I'm going to use 4 for my one. Manda says, would you believe I had only knitted 1 garment for myself before Wardrobe Toolbox started, and it didn't fit overly well. It feels like such a long time ago. Amanda, that is actually incredible. That actually blows me away that you'd only knitted 1. So, and it didn't really fit that well, because Amanda has knitted so many garments in the last, 4 years. Amanda joined right at the beginning. And the last one she made, which was Alex, our latest pattern, she's turned it into a maternity top. So she hasn't just knitted it because she's expecting a baby. She hasn't just knitted the pattern and found a size that fits her. She's actually constructed the front so that it is in 2 pieces so that she can breastfeed underneath the garment when she's wearing it in the winter. Now that is a leap if ever there was one. That really is. And the other thing, Amanda, I think that I've seen you do is your palette, your color palette. You're so clear about it now. And so I think that you wobbled for a little bit there where you were thinking, oh, flippin' heck, I'm always knitting, these sort of things. But actually, your color palette is just so clear and it's so you. And I think that's something else that's been really refreshing for us to see, that and inspiring for us to see that. Yeah, just I guess it's progress, isn't it? It's this sort of digging into you, who you are, what you want to wear, actually doing it, making sure it fits you. It's really, really cool. That's really good. Okie doke. I can see Morgan saying, or Claire, can we use that comment as a testimonial? Yes, I love hearing about your successes. It is so good. I think everybody loves hearing about your success, everyone else's successes. So we do quite a lot of that in there. It's quite a cheerful place to be. Okie doke, everybody. Well, I'll wrap it up. With a bit of luck, I'll see you next Thursday. If not, be the Thursday after. And happy knitting. Don't forget, if you're not in the mini mag, join the mini mag. The doors open on the 18th. And have fun. Happy knitting, everybody. And get those needles a-clicking. Don't forget the skein sale. You're going to get some awesome bargains over there, especially for Maeve, if you want that beautiful, beautiful Kelly & Co yarn. And I will see you later. Happy knitting. Bye, everybody.